Good morning. It's about 7:12 a.m., 77 degrees, 68% humidity, and this is a walking tour of the Newport Isles community in Port Saint Lucie, Florida. Port Saint Lucie is located about 30 miles approximately south of Vero Beach, Florida, and about 50 miles north of West Palm Beach, Florida, on Florida's east coast, although Port Saint Lucie is a little bit inland or a little bit west of the coast. I apologize if I'm a little unstable. I don't have a gimbal or a stabilizer right now. I'm just doing it old school, holding the phone. Also, I'm not going to be pointing my camera directly at any homes, just to respect the privacy of the homeowners. Right now we're walking in Newport Village, which is actually a community inside the community of Newport Isles, and this is the townhomes. And just outside of Newport Village is Newport Isles, which are single-family homes. This side of Newport Isles is actually a little bit close to Interstate 95. That's why you hear the road noise. But once you walk away from this area, it's pretty quiet. You don't hear any road noise. Although I said the temperature is 77 degrees with 68% humidity, it's actually not too bad. It might be a little bit cooler. It's actually, even though it's South Florida or almost South Florida, it's considerably warm for this time of year in November, but the temperature should be dropping soon. Again, I apologize for the stability of the video. I'm just doing it old school, manually holding the phone. And this is a rather cheap phone, so I don't have any stability control options to turn on, unfortunately. So this right here is what they call the cabana pool, and this is the pool for the townhomes. I don't know if you could see. It has a little bathrooms facility over here. It's all key card access, so you have to be a resident and you have to have a Newport Isles key card to get in. This structure was built recently. I guess they call it a pergola. It's pretty nice. It's got picnic tables in here. And this is called David Keene Park. This is for anyone, but it's within the townhome section. If you're considering moving to the Port Saint Lucie area and you're thinking about Newport Isles, the homes range from about 230s, 230,000 for the townhomes, all the way up to about 450,000 or more for the single family homes. But that's going up because real estate right now is kind of wonky. So I'd say the average home in here is maybe 350,000. This walk that I'm doing is approximately 2.2 miles. This whole loop goes around the entire community, and it's about 1.75 miles. But since I live in the townhome community, it's a little bit extra. This right here is protected. This right here is protected area, wetland preserve. And it's all natural in here. This was built on a natural marshland, and they allocated a certain section to preserve, to keep the natural environment for the wildlife and for all the trees. I know some of you are probably getting a little walk sick. I guess it's not called seasick because of this bouncing, but hey, it's the best I could do right now. As for the residents in here, it's not a 55 up community, it's a family community, so all ages. There's no restriction on ages. There's younger people, older people, middle age, everything in between. A lot of squirrels out this morning. When I mentioned earlier this isn't quite South Florida, just from my approximation, I would consider Tequesta, Florida, South Florida, which kind of starts Palm Beach County. This is Saint Lucie County, which is, if you're starting from the south, you have Miami-Dade County, then Broward County going north, and then north of that is Palm Beach County, and then Martin County, and then Saint Lucie County, and this is Saint Lucie County. The population of Port Saint Lucie is, don't quote me, but somewhere around 225,000. But it's very spread out. It's in land area, it's very large. Something like, I don't know, 80 square miles or something like that. Everybody's going to work right now, as it is a Monday morning. The street looks super active, but this is just because it's, 7 something in the morning on Monday. The recent hurricane that happened didn't really affect this area that much. We had some downed tree limbs and, a couple of minor damage issues, but nothing much at all. Thankfully, nothing like the West Coast, which is pretty bad right now, and thankfully they're recovering. As the crow flies, this community in Port Saint Lucie is approximately 13 miles inland from the Atlantic Ocean coast. Coming up right here is a roundabout, and that's where you exit the community. There's two entrances and exits. This is the main one coming up, and then there's a back gate as well. And it's a guard, 24-hour security. But if you have a barcode on your vehicle, it'll just scan that, and you can come in automatically. So I'm just going to shut up for a while and allow you to just enjoy the view. Again, I apologize for the bouncing. If you have any other questions, just put them in the comments, and I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thanks. Just one more thing I'm going to add before I stop talking. This is the Clubhouse. They have events here, and they also have a very large pool along with a kiddie pool. They have, Halloween events, Christmas events, and just general entertainment for the residents. All right, enjoy the walk. Although in recent years we had sort of a drought with all the storms and the hurricane. The lakes really filled up, and this is sort of the reason why they call it Newport Isles. There's all these lakes around here. Apologize for the sunlight if it's glaring in the screen. I actually can't see it, it's drowning it out. Morning. So these are the single family homes I was speaking about earlier. As for an HOA fee, if you were wondering, I actually don't remember it off the top of my head. But compared to the rest of South Florida, it's pretty reasonable. And it includes the amenities such as the pool, and they landscape and cut the lawn in the common areas. Also those events that I was speaking of earlier, things like that. But if you have any additional questions, just put them in the comments, and to the best of my ability, I'll respond. I know I'm not this short, I'm just holding the camera a little bit lower than my eye height. I don't know if I'm going to film the entire walk, but this walk usually takes me about approximately 42 to 45 minutes. So we'll see how we feel. But this loops all the way around. It curves a little bit, loops all the way around, and we wind up where we started the video. This gated community is located just off of Gatlin Boulevard, which is a pretty main thoroughfare in the city of Port Saint Lucie. And it's, as I mentioned in the start of the video, it's very close to I-95, so easy access to travel to other cities around Florida. Even though Port Saint Lucie is a little isolated from the rest of the larger cities, but with the way the interstates and turnpike is now, it's not too bad. I hope this video is watchable with all the bouncing of the camera. I really got to invest in some kind of stabilization technology. Also, I hope there isn't any pops and clicks from me adjusting my hand on the phone. So again, I apologize. I'm actually considering moving to West Palm Beach. It's a city that I've enjoyed on and off over the years, and there's some really big things happening in West Palm. A lot of new development, a lot of positive energy there. Not that I don't like Port Saint Lucie. Port Saint Lucie's cool, and in recent years there's a lot of new restaurants and things to do in Port Saint Lucie, but West Palm Beach is just a little more active for the type of things that I like. But hey, if you move to Port Saint Lucie, West Palm Beach is only about 45 minutes away south of here. Also, the homes are more affordable in Port Saint Lucie. Morning. Morning. Everybody's pretty friendly here. They're a little bit more private into themselves than the rest of South Florida, but you know, if you say hello or good morning, they'll usually say it back. Temperature's still staying good. It's still about 77 degrees, and it's not too bad. You know, the season in Florida usually starts around, we call it the season. By that, that's when we go out. So for instance, up north, you know, summertime, that's when you're doing all your stuff. Here you do everything in the winter because the weather gets nicer. So season for us is somewhere around October to somewhere around March, and maybe even April. And the weather is usually beautiful. Low humidity, you know, 70s, 60s. Very nice. It's one of the reasons why I'm making this video and taking a walk today. I'm actually originally from Hollywood, Florida, which is sort of like North Miami. But I've lived in Port Saint Lucie for many decades. If you're detecting a slight accent, that's because my dad's from the Bronx, New York. Well, he was born in Manhattan, and my mom's from the Boston area, and I was born in South Florida. So in terms of accents, I probably have a little bit of a standard American accent combined with a little bit of New York and a little tiny bit of Southern. It's just how it is living in South Florida. It's a melting pot. So this is the back gate I was talking about, and this is Rosser Boulevard. And there is no attendant or guard there, so you have to have the barcode on your car. And if you don't have the barcode and you're walking or you're cycling, then you need one of these, which is a key card. And then there's a little pedestrian gate for you to get in. All right, let's keep going. Looks like there might be some renovation or construction going on up here. I haven't taken a walk in about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks in the neighborhood. You can do things to your house here, but you have to get approval from the architectural board. So, you know, some people add fences or patios in the back of their property. But you know, they're pretty fair. You can't do anything crazy because it is a gated community, and this is incorporated Port Saint Lucie. So there are city ordinances. This looks like maybe they're getting their roof redone. I'm not sure. Yep, that's what it is. They're getting their roof redone. So that might have been one of those houses, unfortunately, that were affected by the hurricane. I believe it was Hurricane Ian. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. There's been so many storms. Although I've wanted to make this video for a long time, and it's sort of something that popped in my head organically, I gotta give a big shout out to Action Kid. If you don't know him, he does walking tours all over the United States, and I love his West Palm Beach videos, and he was sort of my inspiration to actually finally do this. So shout out to Action Kid, and also there's a smaller channel called MannyMoto1, and really cool guy. Check out both those channels. I'm actually starting to sweat a little bit. Very nice place. I actually think this is where we're going to end it, guys. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments section. This goes for maybe another half a mile, and then we're back to where we started. So I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and have a great day.